was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Hello, everybody, or the few of you that are on here. Good morning, buenos dias, buenas era, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good night. I don't know. It's morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. So I was making it in the background. Sorry if you guys heard stuff. How is everybody today? I'm just going to wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else is going to join us. But it's been a long time since we talked about Sir Luke Newton over here, or actually Mr. because technically he's not knighted yet, but he will be. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for joining me this morning. Sorry, guys. Yesterday, just life happened. And then I was like, yeah, I know I don't want to do anything. So I'm doing it this morning. I won't be on long because I have an appointment around like 12:30. So, but I will be on here for as long as you guys are interested. Has anyone seen his play? I'm curious to know if any of you have gone to see it or are planning to go see it. I've seen the reviews for it, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today because it's really interesting to see what the reviews are like, but then to also see the reviews about him specifically, which it just shows how good he is. And it's been overshadowed a lot, I think, by the whole Lucilla thing and everything. But Mr. Newton, you do your homework and you take your craft seriously, and it is getting noticed. So good job for that. Okay, so, and if anyone else wants to jump in as I'm talking about this and, say other stuff, I will answer all your questions when I get to them. I'm not. Yeah, I live in, unfortunately, the U.S., but I can't go to New York to see his play because I am doing other traveling soon. So it's okay. I can't wait until next year when I can just go abroad for an extended amount of time again, but I can't do it quite yet. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to share was just some reviews about his play. And I think it's interesting what they say about him in particular and also the play, because a lot of these reviews are really bashing the play. And they're like, some of the titles of these reviews are crazy, but this one is just about Luke Newton. So channeling Alexander McQueen. First of all, look at this picture. What is this? Some sort of like Greek god statue? Sir, you didn't have to go that hard, okay? But that's the best picture of the whole run that I've ever seen. And then down here, it says Luke Newton delivers a powerful, transcendent, cerebral performance. Those are a lot of big words, you guys. As Alexander McQueen, which captures his conscience to the T. Moreover, he layers his emotions well and has the crowd with him every step of the way. That is literally a A+ 5-star review if I ever saw one. I've seen interviews with him where he said he studied this character a lot because he wasn't really familiar with him when he got the call. He just knew of him. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Excuse me. Ugh, I love you. So that's amazing that he's getting these amazing reviews when the overall play itself is kind of like a mixed bag and there's a lot of bad things people want to say about it. But yeah, let me see. Let me switch tabs. I don't think. I'm going to have to stop sharing and reshare. Oh my God. You guys, suggest new streaming software to me if you can, because I hate having to get new tabs up. This review of the play, let's go down here. This one's terrible. The Alexander McQueen bioplay has neither style nor substance. Okay, ouch, first of all. Second of all, the Vulture, though, they're usually known for that kind of thing. But they start off by saying it's a gloriously grotesque aluminum corset in the shape of an alien's spine. Okay, ow. If I was Luke, I would kind of be flabbergasted at that because you can tell he kind of went all in on this character in this play. but they just kind of rip into this play the whole review. And I think that, let me see, where I think they okay, the ensemble, here it is, led earnestly by Luke Newton of Bridgerton fame, of course, because that's the biggest thing he's done so far. So far, I feel like he's gonna do great things. But the ensemble led earnestly by Luke Newton, that's good. Earnestly is a good thing. Has no solid ground to stand on. So basically, they're saying that a lot of these reviews are saying that the script is terrible, and the person who wrote, who is it, Cloud, something Cloud, who wrote it, they're ripping into that person a lot. But they're saying that Luke has basically been the best part of the play, which, yes, Zaddy, come on, okay. That's good. I'm excited to see where his career goes, because if you as an actor can get stellar reviews and you're in a crappy production, according to some people, then your career is going to go up. I mean, people are going to want to hire you. So I am so happy for Luke based on that, because he hasn't gotten any bad reviews, at least yet, that I've seen. But yeah, some of these things are crazy, and the way they rip into the play, it's like, oh my Lord, you guys. But there's a few other ones I wanted to share too. Let me look. You're not able to go. Aw. Do you guys know anyone who's going? I've known a few people who've gone and who've been at the stage door. And let me tell you, there's some stories from the stage door, okay? there's some rude people out there, you guys. There is some rude people who are literally like middle age, who need to just chill and sit down and just take 5 or 10 chill pills. Because one of the things I heard from the stage door was that someone was yelling at him about Antonia and he just gave them like a face. Meanwhile, I have my own opinions on that. We all do. But I thought it was funny, but I also thought it was extremely rude. Don't do that to an actor. Please don't do that. But then other people were giving him gifts and stuff. And I think one person gave him a collage of the world tour from Bridgerton of him and just Nick. And the way he was cheesing and like smiling at it was just like, oh Lord, dude, like give me a break. But that was cute. Is she good? I like her. I'm glad she's getting good reviews too. I've only seen a couple of reviews about Emily, but I like her. So I'm glad to hear that. Yay. Yeah, like the actors, even if the script is complete garbage, dumpster fire, actors are the ones who can lift it up a lot of the time. A lot of the time they can't, and their performance is just individually based, like in the reviews and everything. I don't know if I ever told you guys this before. I went to film and theater school back in like 2008, 2009, and learned all the ins and outs of production, like film and theater. It's crazy how much they're different from each other. But yeah, if an actor can do that, that just shows that how talented they are. I've been following along with the ladies on threads who have been. They've all been so positive and supportive. Oh, good. That makes me happy to hear. Yay. Yeah, I've heard good things, and I've heard some weird things. So let's keep it cool and keep it kosher and keep it like 100 and just, talk about his play. Also, like bringing up Bridgerton when he's doing a completely different play, and I can tell he's trying to get out of that Bridgerton pigeonhole, and that's also not cool. So don't do that either. Emily Skidder is excellent in everything she does. She really is. She's amazing. I love her so much. If you don't know who she is, guys, look her up and look at some of her other works, because she's a really good actress. It's nice when they don't hold it against the actors, the script or production that's off. A lot of the times they don't, because reviewers are also people who've been in the theater world, maybe some former actors, maybe some former like back of house, whatever. But yeah, they understand. They understand what it's about. So this next one I'm going to share. I think this is the one that actually really praises him. No, it's somewhere. I'll find it. But this one, again, is praising Luke. This one's kind of like, okay, what's it called? House of McQueen. Luke Newton stars in a terribly respectful biodrama of a tragic artist. They gave it 2 stars. It says mad fashionistas, fanciful couture, and a melancholy baby do not a party make. Yeah, I've seen clips of this play, and honestly, I think a lot of the fault is just the writing. It's just like as a writer myself, like in my actual professional career, and also going back to when I wrote scripts. Yeah, I agree with them. So I'm not gonna sit here and blow smoke up someone's behind, but Luke is really good. So the acting, it's all right given the script's limitations. Again, the script. His Bridgerton locks shorn into a buzz cut. Luke Newton handsomely, yes, because Lord Jesus, that man is so fine. Luke Newton handsomely wears McQueen's baggy jeans and t-shirts while sincerely projecting the sweet, rather inarticulate character's burning desire to create beauty. That is literally one of the best things an actor can get from a reviewer who this mind you, this is in the middle of a review that is tearing apart the overall play. And if an actor can get a reviewer who hates the play to love them, that's amazing. Luke, again, you are doing a great job, buddy. Keep it up because I want to see you in more stuff. And then it goes on to say, McQueen's madly neurotic self-appointed bestie, Isabella Blow, is feverishly embodied by Catherine, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, Lafrere. And his mom is portrayed as a sensible soul by Emily Skinner. And Catherine is really good in this too. I've never heard of her before this, but the clips that I've seen, she's amazing. And I think there was an interview where they were talking about Isabella and McQueen's relationship. And it just shows how much they delved into the life of these people to get that out onto the stage for everyone to see. So this is another review where it's terrible, but Luke is good. So and the other actresses are good too. So bad play, good cast, got to go see it. All right. I have like 4 more reviews, and one of them, where is it? One of them is really good about Luke, and I'm trying to find her. Meh. Okay, back here. It was nice to see his family out to support him on opening night. They were there. I didn't know they were there until I was on another live with another creator, and she said she got like videos from somebody there, and they were like behind the scene videos of his mom and grandma or aunt or whatever talking to, or Antonia was talking to them, and they were looking at her weird, and I'm like, oh, we're not going to dive into this again, but she did a whole live about how like they hate her. I'm like, they don't like her. I'm like, you never know. I have resty bitch face. I mean, I look at people sometimes and you think I'm mad. I'm really not, but this is about Luke. So I wish that like some of the Bridgerton cast would go see him or something, or Nicola. I don't know. It's just, that part is so weird to me, how it was just like, it's just been a complete 180 from, and this isn't even talking about 2023, 2024. Like before that, like they were supposed besties. Like they were commenting and teasing on social media with each other. And now it's just like nothing. It's just so weird. But anyway, it's weird. They're weird. That whole thing was weird. All right, so the next one, hold on, I'm going to look before I share my screen because I really want to find the one that they really complimented him on. Let me see. How are you guys doing other than this stuff, though? How's life going? It's been a little crazy lately with a lot of stuff. I'm really just trying to be like, I'm just trying to do my own thing, to be honest. I'm not paying attention to nothing anymore. Nothing. Ignorance is bliss. I'm not paying attention to nothing. I'm just trying to get my own stuff together. But it's been a family member passed away a month ago now, I think. So it was like I was going to do a lot of stuff that got put on hold because of that. And then my mom was in the hospital. It's just been a great, great summer. But everything's okay now. So I'm carrying that energy with me the rest of the year. Okay, here it is. Let me see if I can share this. Hi, Java. I don't know. My cat wants to say hello to everybody, but I'm not going to pick him up. Okay, here we go. This one is complimenting him again. Kids and work? Girl, you're better than me. I just have work, and that is enough for me. Okay, sharing again. Let's see if I can get the right one up. Watch me not choose the right one. The way this streaming thing works is that it brings up the tabs, and then it doesn't let you share multiple at once, so I have to go back and forth. It's great. Okay, so this review, talking about Luke again, it's called House of McQueen, an off-the-rack bioplay about the famous couturier. Yes, I said that right. Okay. So, talking about Luke, his hair buzzed and mouth framed by a light bristle. Luke Newton, who most viewers will know from Bridgerton, he will never escape that, okay? He will always be Luke from Bridgerton, or Luke Colin Bridgerton, or Luke my wife Bridgerton, whatever. He will never escape that. That's okay, though, because that got him on the map. Looks strikingly like the late designer. That's another thing that I thought was really, I don't know if it was the costume department or like Luke's own choice, but the way that they got down the detail to even shaving his eyebrow, like he does look very similar to McQueen once all of that stuff is like done on his face. And his stature, I'm sure he studied how to walk like him and everything. He makes a respectable, off-Broadway debut with a performance that evinces much homework. So that's cool because that actually is a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's literally in the morning and I can't think of anything right now that it confirms or it gives confirmation to the actor. That's what I was looking for. That their work isn't going unnoticed. He's done homework, he said. And for that to be recognized in a review is pretty much like the pinnacle of anything an actor could ask for, because if you do all this research and then there's a review of you that says, oh, they sucked, did they even look at this person's life? Like, that would be terrible. But they're saying that he obviously did his homework and also a fair amount of mental gear shifting as the actor tries to keep up with the frantic pace of Helfrich's direction. This is another review that's ripping into the play, but it's giving Luke a positive reaction. So it's just, it's really, it makes my heart happy because he hasn't done a play since what, like 2023 or something. And he really takes theater seriously because he's a theater kid at heart. Like, he started in theater, I think, and musical theater at that. And then he kind of transitioned into TV and whatever. But I really want to see him in like a major feature film, not these little like, you know, D-list whatever or like animated, like a major feature film with someone like, you know, I want to see that. But he's on the way. He just needs to keep plugging at it and, you know, get rid of these distractions. But I'm not going to say. These distractions, these leeches who don't have a job or a life of their own. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. But I think that he's headed for some really great things. I like seeing these reviews about him. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. But yeah, so another one that I want to share is I love how these reviewers like using big words because I used to use them when I wrote stuff. So this one is called House of McQueen, off-Broadway review, Luke Newton triumphs against all odds. Okay, first of all, what is all odds? Because, like, what do you think he has stacked against him? I'm not sure. I don't really get the title of this, but okay, go for it. The Bridgerton star manages to present a beguiling Alexander McQueen in Dara Cloud's mess of a bioplay. Okay, ouch. If I was Dara Cloud, I would be very embarrassed, but that's that. Every review rips into that person, but they're saying he gave a beguiling performance. So here we go. Luke Newton, a star of Bridgerton, achieved something else in the House of McQueen, which opened Thursday at the Mansion. He gives a totally beguiling performance as the late fashion designer Alexander McQueen in Dara Cloud's play, staged in a production by director Sam Helfrich that is otherwise a mess. A mess. A total mess. They've called it a mess. They've called it a disaster. They've called it like everything. They've called it everything. But Luke is literally outshining it. And I love that for him. I'm sorry. I want to go see it just to see him and Emily. Like, honestly, I don't even care about the rest of the play at this point because I was waiting for the reviews to come out. And a lot of people I know were too, like, to base their decision on whether to go see it. But now that I like physically can't, I'm sad, but it's okay. And then they rip into it more. Cloud's 2-hour, 2-act play gets off to an effective start with McQueen's suicide. Nothing quite kicks off the evening like an actor pointing a gun in his mouth or tying a belt around his neck. The water imagery is lovely to behold, and we're told that McQueen is a penchant for violence in his fashion. Clouds plays a series of snippets, blah, blah, blah. Where's the last put? They usually summarize it in the last paragraph. Where are you? Okay, House of McQueen might have been more effective if Cloud had limited its scope to tell the story of his relationship with Isabella Blow, his muse and mentor. The whole Gucci saga is tossed off with something casual as McQueen simply being too busy with his latest collection to take Blow's desperate phone calls. So yeah, basically they wanted them to go deeper into their relationship, which I understand that. I mean, a lot of these plays, a lot of the time they try to do too much and they don't try to get down into the nitty-gritty of like one or two major plot points. They try to cover everything, and that's what destroys the play. They try to just blanket everything. And I'm like, you can't do that, especially with someone's life. People are complicated, bro. People are complicated. You gotta you gotta dig into the people, not the overall whatever. Okay, so that one was that one. And then there's two more. Let me find this. Yeah, that one's not a good one. This is the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast is kind of rude. They're kind of rude sometimes. Distractions. You know what I'm talking about, Melissa. That girl. Okay. Let me bring this one up. I'm just going to share the title of this because, yeah, House of McQueen is an unfortunate fashion fail. Ow. Again, they're just ripping into the play. Luke, they kind of glaze over him a little bit, but they don't have anything bad to say about him. They're just kind of like, yeah, and he was doing this and blah, blah, blah. There are several scenes where Luton's McQueen is seeing the act of creation, but he's mostly silent. The show is silent on that point and confusingly recreates scenes of little boy Lee dressing like a fairy princess and reveling in his other passion. Even as the story drags and befuddles. They literally gave it 1 star. Oh my God. I would be so... Like, if I was Luke, I wouldn't care about the overall play review because I was getting raving reviews. So, yes. Yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't understand. That just, it makes me aggravated. I'm like, what is this girl? I don't know. Don't make me go off on this rabbit hole again. What is this stupid girl doing? Like, why? I don't know. Whatever. They're doing what they're doing. You just could tell in photos, like it's not what it seems. I'm like, Luke, if I was someone like Luke, I would want a woman who was strong, independent, and had her own bag and actually had a life, not like globbed onto me like a freaking sloth or whatever, like following me everywhere and not doing shit except blowing my money. Sorry, not sorry. Like, what is your goal in life, bitch? Get one, because you obviously don't have one. You just want to be like arm candy or something. Anyway. Okay, one more I wanted to share. This is from the Daily Beast. So, okay, fashion icon Alexander McQueen is brought back to life on stage. They called him a Bridgerton hunk. They're not wrong, but Bridgerton hunk Luke Newton channeling the legendary designer. Let me find it. I love search. Okay. The show's welcome and much needed anchor, that's amazing, is Bridgerton star Luke Newton, playing a white t-shirt and blue jean McQueen, who brings an impressive depth and presence to the designer and to the roiling inner forces that comprised and ultimately broke him. That is a really positive, much needed anchor. Like, wow. And he's just getting started in his career too. So that's really cool to see. But Newton, here we go, cannot surmount the play's odd creative choices, such as the silly news reports that inform us of real-life moments, like the debut of McQueen's Highland Rape collection, related with the breathless, stone-faced urgency of conventional reports of wars and economic collapse. With video and projections, the play toys with the spectacle of its subjects, seemingly hovering between documentary and parody, never quite sure which to alight on. Align? Is that a typo? I don't know. Some of the attempted British accents are not good. But Luke is British, so like I don't think they're talking about him, but yeah. But that's another good thing they said about him, which is cool, that he was basically one of the best things in the play. So I'm just I'm happy that he's getting good reviews of the play. That's all. I wanted to come on and share some of those, because we should all be proud of Mr. Newton. He's doing a really good job. Oh, just got in. Haven't read any reviews, but the vibe I'm getting is that Luke's acting is getting better reviews than the play itself. Yes, you are 100% correct. Ding, ding, ding. You win. Yeah, Luke is getting rave reviews. The play is not. But if you are able to go see it, I still would recommend go seeing it, just because this might be one of the very few chances where Luke interacts with fans, because I feel like the bigger he gets, the more out of reach that, people get and that he'll get. So if you can go and see his play and respectfully wait, by the stage door. I don't know if he's going to come out every time during his run of the show, but I don't think he's going to be there for much longer. I think when does it end? The last week of September? Is that when he goes back to London? I think so. So if you're going to go, then go. But yeah, he's been doing really, really great. And I hope that his career only goes up from here. I've been keeping to my word, and I'm not talking about, after the whole debacle happened at the BAFTAs with him and that hood rat. I'm not talking about anything like that anymore. I think a lot of people have also moved on from that, which is good, but there's still some people that haven't. I hope he holds on to the great reviews he is getting and lets go of the ones the play is getting. He deserves all the recognition. Oh, I bet he is. I think if actors themselves get good reviews, I mean, they do care because they're on the production and they, want everybody to get praise, but I don't think he's hurting at all. I think he's fine. Would love to go, but probably not in the cards, too busy. Same. I would actually love to fly to England to see Nick's play this winter, but that probably won't happen either. I know someone who wants to go to London and see her play. I've read about that play. I'm familiar with the name, but I read the plot, and it's just such a weird, it's a weird plot line, but I'm sure she'll be great in it because she's very expressive, and I love her acting too. She got a tattoo yesterday, I think it was just a moon or something, but she got a tattoo yesterday at someone's shop in London. Let me see if I can find it. And everyone was freaking out. Everyone was like, oh, is this related to Jake? Is it related to Luke? Tattoos don't have to be related to anybody, you guys. Stop it. Stop it. Tattoos can be gotten whenever you want. So Oh wait, is this her? Why does she always have a Why does she always have a blanket and a blindfold on her? Wait, where is this from? Hold on. Is this recent? Cuz girl, when was this from? Oh, nope, 2022. Okay, don't listen to me. This was an old tattoo pic. Okay, I'm trying to find the one that she recently got. I think this was an old one of her getting her star. But why is she always like that? Why does she always have like layers of clothing on? What? Okay, hold on. I'll find it. But yeah, she went into someone's tattoo shop the other day. It's on. She posted it in her story. Uh, I agree that the plot of the Playboy of the Western World is super weird. I saw the photos of her getting a tattoo. Yeah, I'm trying to find it. But yeah, everyone was like flipping out and they were like, oh, this is about. I'm like, I don't know. I brought up to somebody, one of my friends online, one of my other creator friends, I brought up about how they've been real quiet on social media lately. And I'm like, I wonder if Jake and her parted ways or whatever. Bruh, okay, who did this? Who did this? You if somebody got if I got this tattoo, I would be completely embarrassed. Wow. Who did this? Why would you get them tattooed like that on you when number one, they're not this person's gonna have a hell of a cover up to do. I'm just gonna say that right now because that is literally like next level crazy, dude. That's crazy. Speaking of tattoos, you guys, I want to get one, another one because I haven't gotten one in a long time on my leg, but I want to get a sloth. But I'm only getting it when I go back to Costa Rica because I've gotten one of my tattoos I got in Costa Rica, and I love the shop there. And I'm gonna go get one again when I go back. Yes. Oh my God. Tell me about it. Like they're going to have a hell of a time explaining that to literally anybody. She looks ethereal in the recent photos. No blindfold. She always does. She has like a cherub face, like a little, like, puffed out face like those cherubs do on those Renaissance paintings. Okay. Here it is. So let me share this. Yeah, so this one is the recent. So I guess like this woman owns her own private shop and she shared a photo. Look at she looks like she's Nick, you look good, girl. Okay? You look good. But I guess she's getting it on her other inner arm because on one of her arms in the same spot she has that like moon tattoo or something. Or maybe she's getting something added onto it. I don't know. But I always think it's interesting when actors get tattoos because it used to be so taboo because they couldn't cover that. And they were like, no, if you're an actor, you're not going to get tattoos because you won't be able to get jobs. And now they're all sorts of tatted up because they got all this makeup to like cover up everything with it. But yeah, I love that she's living her best life. Like, bitch, how do you look so good like without makeup? Come on. I wish I did. Girl, let me tell you. I still look, I don't know, people think I'm still in my 20s. And I'm like, no, I'm about to be 40, but thank you. No. Anyway, yeah. No, I just wanted to share some of those reviews about Luke because I just wanted to give him some praise because, man, I don't know what it is, like why people are just always bashing Luke. It's probably for his own personal choices and they don't like it, but his work speaks for itself and he's literally just doing amazing. So there's a photo of Nick laying down, getting tatted in the same session, and her face looks like she's posing for Skim. She's ridiculous. She always looks like she's getting ready for some photo shoot or something. I don't know. I can't wait to see, like, as she ages, if, but okay, so I think it's a documented fact and you can look it up, you can Google it, that short people tend to age slower than tall people. And I don't know why that is, but I've read it. And I'm 5'2", so that makes sense. But it also has to do with genetics. Yes, I know it doesn't have to do with height. But I feel like it's because tall people in general look a little older just because of their height. It make like if you're very tall, like it makes you look like more mature. I don't know, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, because I know a lot of tall people who they look younger than their age too, but they don't get told. Maybe it's just me. I think it's just genetics and chromosomes and what the heck ever. Yes, back to Luke. You don't have to. You guys can talk about whatever, man. I am completely open on my lives. I'm not going to restrict you guys. As opposed to when I got tattooed and I sounded like I was being tortured the whole time. Are you I'm curious, are you a guy or a girl? Because women tend to have higher pain tolerance than men. A lot of the tattoo artists that I've gotten tattoos from, I always ask them because I'm curious, like, who do you like tattooing better, men or women? And they always say, like, women, hands down, because they just sit there. And men are the ones who are just like, oh my God. Like, not all guys, but a lot of guys, they can't handle it as well. So, which makes sense because we freaking bleed and cramp a week every single month, and we have to deal with that. Oh, you're a girl. It also depends on where you get your tattoos. Like, there's been times where I've gotten tattoos. Like, I have this on my wrist. Let me tell you, this part, don't ever do this to yourself. This hurts. Like, right up against your palm, that crap hurts like hell. And your ribs, don't do that either. My friend just got a huge tattoo done on her ribs, and I'm like, why? Why, girl? Like, every other tattoo I'm gonna get is gonna be on my legs because number one, it doesn't hurt. Number two, I have like way too many on my arms, and I don't want to get any other ones on my arms. None of my tattoos hurt. How many do you have? I love that. I love other tatted people. I've only gotten one tattoo. I'm a girl and got a C-section and everything and some pain. I'm fine. A C-section? Don't they numb you for that though? I mean, they don't numb you for tattoos. I did get numbed actually for one. Only one. It was a cover-up. And it was this one. And you can't really see it. It's like a galaxy rose. But I got numbed for this because I had to do this in 2.5 sessions. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What's a half session? It's very like just a touch-up session after the first full 2. He had to numb me with numbing cream because it was just because the tattoo under this is 100% black. And so we had to go through 2 sessions, and I could still see a little bit of the lines of my tattoo under it, but other people can't. They can't. I just can. I had to get numb for that. That was rough. I have 7. Ooh, I haven't counted mine lately. I think I have something like 11 or something, but my tattoo is on my lower abdomen. Oh, girl. Ow. Yeah, that would hurt. That would definitely hurt. I don't blame you. It's the afterward that hurts with a C-section. Yeah, I'm glad I won't ever have to experience like any C-sections or natural birth. I'm glad about that. I've honestly been seriously thinking about a hysterectomy just because I have so many issues down there. And I know it's crazy because I know personally like 3 people who've had one, and most people don't know any or just know maybe one. And I know 3 people who've had one done. And I'm just like, if it just eliminates this pain and all this stress and bullshit I have to deal with that area, I'll take it. I still want more. I mean, yeah, it's like it's tattoos. More tattoos. Okay, I thought you meant more kids. Yes, tattoos are definitely like an addiction. Once you get one, you want more because it's a creative outlet. I think people don't understand. Like, they're like, why would you want more if it's painful? It's a creative outlet for a lot of people to express themselves. And I think that's why we just want to keep getting more, because a lot of tattoos have meanings for people too. And it's just like, you want to get more to symbolize like stages in your life or like, a pet or so. I need to put Java's paw print in ink. So the tattoo guy I want his paws on my leg. Especially for like when he passes away, because he's old. He's going to be 12 soon. And I hope he lives till like 18, 20, but you never know. But yeah, I want his paws on me. I want his paws on me. That's what I'm going to do. And then my next one is going to be like, yes, a sloth, because I love them. They're amazing. And I love Costa Rica, as you guys know. So I want to get it in Costa Rica. Like, I got this one in Costa Rica. This, can you see it? It says Antivacin, however they pronounce it. I think it's Antivacin. It's from the movie. It's from the movie Eat, Pray, Love, but they didn't come up with it. Like, it's a Sanskrit word. It's an ancient Sanskrit word for something. I should do a video on my tattoo sometime. Hold on, let me look it up because I'll share it right now. It has multiple meanings, but it's ancient Sanskrit for like one who lives on the border or one who dwells near the end. So it's like an in-betweener, and that's very much what I am. It also means someone who's in between two worlds, the world of the material world and the spiritual world. And they're like living between those two worlds, not fully into one or the other. And I feel like that's how I am a lot of the time, because like a lot of the stuff in this world is just like, I don't feel like it aligns with, man, I just don't. I can't get into it. A lot of stuff that happens in this world, I'm not materialistic at all. All I have to my name is stuff that I need. All my belongings fit in a 5x10 storage unit. I can't talk this morning, you guys. All of my tattoos have a special meaning to me. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, that's why people always want to get them. But yeah, so okay, guys, I'm gonna run because I have to get ready for my appointment today. But I really appreciate you guys jumping on. I know a lot of the stuff about Luke and Nick and everything has died down, but I'm still following their careers individually. I don't think that we should just stop following them because Lucla didn't happen or because their season is over. I hate that. I'm just like, if you're really a fan of somebody, like, follow their work, keep up with them, support them, and you know, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's crazy that ever since like the fallout happened and stuff, people have just been like ripping into them or just unfollowing them on social. And I'm like, okay, so you really weren't a fan. That's good to know, but that's okay too. You got your own opinions on stuff, but I will always follow their careers because I love them as an individual person. The only thing I don't accept or condone is his whatever that is with whatever that thing is, but it won't last forever. So I'm just waiting it out, and that's it. I think Luke or Nicola and Jake has been real quiet on social media. I brought it up to my friend yesterday. I said, I wonder if they parted ways and they're just still following each other on the gram, but who knows? Don't take that as fact. Please don't, because I don't know who was even filming her at the tattoo parlor. It could have been Jake. It could have been a friend. It could have been Camilla. Who knows? But I just think it's interesting, the energy shifts that have happened. It is very, very, very profound. I just wish that Luke and Nick were still friends and they still joked with each other on social. I still firmly believe that some shit went down. We don't know what it was, but I still firmly believe that something went down. Someone effed up. And now they're just not what it used to be. But hopefully it gets back to that at some point. I hope they do like a Bridgerton tour for the new season too, and at least have, you know, some of the like co-stars come in like they did last time, but who knows? All right. Anyway, okay, you guys, I'm going to run. Thank you guys so much for joining. Haven't seen recent pics of them together though. No, they don't take pics together anymore, even if they're at the same event. They don't take pictures together. And yeah, I think it was Luke who did something to Nick. I think Nick is just like he was not happy with Luke for a while. So who knows? I'm waiting for the Bridgerton tell-all book to come out. Someone's going to write it and we're going to know everything. But until that day, I'm just waiting. All right, guys. So I hope you have a really good Sunday. Sorry. Oh my God. And yeah, I'll be back soon with some other videos, probably not related to Bridgerton until the new season starts. But I'm excited for the new season, though. I'm excited to see Luke Thompson lead I want to see him in his leading man era. So I'm excited for that. But all right, guys, I hope you have a great, fabulous day. And I will see you all very soon. Have a great day, guys.